I've said for the last couple of years that our secondary is most definitely our weakest part. I think the linebackers that we've got, I think, Byron Young, who I think is a solid player, but I think he's more of a addition to the to the D line than he is necessarily an out and out linebacker. Bit sort of similar to what Jared Verse. I mean, Jared Verse technically is a linebacker that's sort of more of an edge. And the likes, obviously, we brought back Troy Reader, which, to be honest, I'm not massively overly fussed about. I don't really rate him. I've said for a while our linebackers are sort of our weakest areas. I think we're Schuler's very much bend, don't break sort of defensive coach. He likes 5 at the front. And I think that's what we're going to be running a lot of. So I think, maybe I think adding Poona Ford to that front line is where we'll be, especially when we sort of come up to against the Eagles. I think in week 3 or 4, I think it's week 3. The plan will be to stop him at the point of contact rather than allowing him to get out there. If he gets out there, I mean, the likelihood we're going to stop him is pretty much, second to none. We've seen two times last season. So yeah, it's still an area I do think we need to massively improve. Looking at them at the moment, Omar Spates had a good season in his rookie season, but again, he was a 7th round pick. And like I say, the other one that we brought in was Chris Paul Jr., he's an interesting one because he's very athletic. He's not the biggest of guys, but he's quick. And I think that the plan is to use him more when it comes to sort of like the screenplays to get out onto the outside quick, because I think that was one of the things that we learned when we had Saquon Barkley against us. He was, as soon as he got out onto the flank, he was gone. So I think we need someone who's a bit quicker. So I think that's the purpose of bringing in Chris Paul. But I think there's enough there that I think we can build on. And I think one of the big things to remember with this is the majority of this defensive team are probably 2-3 years old, where they're either rookies or within their 2nd or 3rd years. So they're still building up their learning, and they can still make massive plays. It's a lot of players that can make a big play, but not consistently.